so we are back. What did we do last time? So to recap,
We
last
beat up
time,
some
because
Pokemon guy,
right. So yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since we played. So
and we
really
told his
quick,
Pokemon to unionize.
yeah. So you first time around, you entered Castlevania. You defeated the Bat Squatch in the first section of the castle. After that, the three of you, Worf, Moonbrita, and Squirtle, you found yourself in like a big tower, and you ascended the spiraling stair to the uppermost reaches of the castle, where you found Master Koga, the gym leader from the Fuchsia City Gym in Pokemon Red and Blue, who challenged you to a Pokemon battle. Squirtle befriended his Zubat and Ghastly, and then after that, Worf challenged Koga to single combat and defeated him. And as a result, was awarded the Soul Badge. And so yeah, Koga, yeah, he recognized Worf as an honorable fighter. He disappeared after promising that he wouldn't accost you any further. So yeah, the three of you now find yourself. Oh yeah, I guess in Squirtle. Yeah, you were confronted with the I don't know, the existentially terrifying reality that apparently there are people who capture Pokemon and force them into battles to the death for sport.
Squirtle's not sleeping for the next month.
Listen. Anybody tries to do that to you, and we will beat the shit out of them.
Thank you.
Nobody's
Right,
putting my
Worf?
boy in a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the three of you are left in Koga's like dojo chamber at the top of the tower that you climbed to. The sliding doors in the back of the room slid open, and you just see a like dark hallway leading on in front of you. You can't see anything inside of it.
Are we getting downtime?
Well,
Did you say that?
do this first.
Okay.
So we'll get around
Alright.
to it. But yeah, so the three of you're in this dojo, and actually as Koga disappeared, but as the doors slide open and you're confronted with this hallway, you feel like a rumble in the tower, and then suddenly some of his like wall scrolls start to fall off the wall. One of the like big Pokemon statues near the entrance topples over, and then the room you're in starts to sort of crumble around you after Koga
What?
made his departure. Yeah, the tatami mat floors, the panels start falling one by one, leading down to the abyss of the tower that you just spent like 2 hours climbing.
Okay, I
should
guess
make
I
haste.
run to the hallway.
All right, so the three of you run into the hallway. Yeah, the really quickly, it seems like as soon as Koga was gone, you don't know if it's something that he did or if it's just that like when he was no longer there supporting that like boss area that he was in charge of, if it just like gave out behind him. But yeah, the floors collapsed, and the door slams shut behind you, and the three of you now find yourself in this pitch dark sort of chamber tunnel area.
Do I still have I had cast light on my axe before, remember?
Yeah, so you did cast light magic to dispel the toxic ghastly gas that was impeding your progress in the tower chamber. So that is still going, but Moonbrita, you had mentioned how this was taking a toll on you, and I think
did?
now is about. You said it was like you were getting like light poisoning, basically.
Oh, right, because I rolled badly.
Right. So I think this is about the part where you are still maintaining this spell, but it is starting to take a toll on you. You're finding it harder and harder to maintain the light. It's definitely making you somewhat more exhausted. So that
I'm just gonna
the light
drop
is
it.
dimmer. You're still maintaining it, but it is not like the same big 20-foot cone of light
Oh, okay.
It's more like, you gotta change the batteries in your flashlight.
Okay, so she's basically like, okay, look, does anybody have a torch of either the magitechnical or regular type?
Digging through my bag.
I have a bat left.
I've got rations.
If
Midbreed
only we
also
had
starts
both
digging through
torches
her
and
bag.
rations.
Well, you do, but you don't know how many you have.
Yeah.
Only I know that.
Yeah.
And the answer is 0.
Anyway.
But
Yeah,
and
Worf
she's also
has
just well, she's looking at Worf like, well, you come from a place with magitech, right? Don't you have a light?
We do not have magic. Magic is
Magic.
not doesn't exist.
She just sort of squints at him like that doesn't make and that would be like for her telling someone that physics doesn't exist.
Yeah.
She's like, right. Anyway,
In any case,
we
I
call
am
it
not. I am
magic.
not with any expanded Starfleet equipment. I have only my batleth and my communicator, which does not function.
Yeah, is a flashlight not a piece of standard Starfleet equipment?
I mean, here's the thing. Look at. I'm assuming that I'm straight up just like. But here's the thing. We don't have pockets.
Yeah.
You've
If
seen
he
the
got
show.
his
They don't
credit-
have pockets. So if I don't have the utility belt that has like some extra shit on, which I'm assuming I don't have.
Yeah, Worf's
basically
Worf's sash doesn't
basically
function
yeah,
the same way
yeah.
as like Batman's utility belt.
no. The sash is mostly ceremonial, isn't it?
Then why do you have a batleth?
I was doing something. I don't know. I,
Presumably he was practicing like in the holodeck
no,
or in his room.
That was a Batman joke. Never mind.
Oh.
It didn't land. I didn't think it through very far.
I get it now. That's funny.
Oh.
That's clever.
Batleth.
Okay, so yeah, so same time next week, you guys.
Okay, yeah.
I'm fucking tired.
Okay. So anyway, but yeah, so you don't have a torch or anything like that. But actually, as the three of you are sort of talking in this darkened chamber, and the light from Moonbreeda's axe is sort of flickering and fading, your eyes sort of start to adjust to the dark, and you actually see at the far end, there is like a sliver of light just visible. It's sort of like a red-orange light, and it's sort of like flickering a little bit.
Well, we don't really have any other leads, do we? Let's
I
go.
guess we should just follow it.
Okay, so the three of you start to approach this. As you get closer and your eyes begin to adjust more, you can start to actually make out that what you are looking at is sort of a heavy, I guess, yeah, a heavy oak door is what it looks like to you. And what you are seeing is there is a light from the other side that is coming through the gaps in the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have to open a door, guys.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to do it, Worf? Do you want me to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I open the door.
Okay, yeah, the door opens just fine. You don't get a splinter or anything. It swings open, and you find yourself looking in sort of a, I don't know, we'll say like 20-foot in diameter room. It is lit by the glow of a single torch, like a stone torch, and is in the center of a round stone, like flat table, basically. That is flickering. You can tell that this was what you were seeing. It was just the light of this torch shining through the gaps in the door. But yeah, sort of in the center of this stone like table tablet in this dark room. It's only lit by this single torch. You do see kind of reflecting the torch's light. There are like bladed implements lining the wall. And there is also in front of the torch, there is what looks to you like a carcass of some kind.
Like a dead body?
like some kind like indistinguishable, but just some sort of like carcass, and it has a from the torch's light what looks like sort of like a crystal dagger plunged into it. And that is all you see in this room.
Okay, well, first of all, the stuff on the walls, does it look like, is it torture implements or is it weapons?
Looks mostly like weapons.
Okay. Which I guess can be torture implements, but there's still a difference.
You don't see any Iron Maidens, but you do see some like wicked looking bladed implements lining the walls.
So some like, there's like swords and stuff.
Sure.
All right. I examine the body.
All right, so why don't you roll me a deep dive?
Okay. I gotta remember what my stats are for that. What do I roll for
Roll
deep
with heart.
dive?
Deep dive is roll with
good.
heart.
Heart.
If you get a success, you get to ask 2 questions. A partial success, you can ask 1 question and get a true response, or 2 and 1's a lie. And if you fail, then the answers are just all bad.
Well, I have 2 heart connections, so that means I get a +1, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So roll 2d6.
I rolled 2d6, and it's not the total, it's the higher die. No, I forget.
No, what's the total?
Okay. So that's 8, 9.
Okay, so 7 to 9, you may ask 1 question and get an honest answer, or ask 2 questions and 1 is a lie.
What kind of carcass is this? What kind of corpse is it?
So you go up to it, let's say, you approach really cautiously to this scene laid out before you. You sort of position your axe, which is still, faintly glowing closer to it. And what you realize is that sitting in front of you, there is a carcass of a turkey. There's a roasted turkey carcass.
It's a roasted turkey?
Yeah. You
Perfect,
can, now that you're up
delicious.
close, you can smell it. These are
does it look like is it still warm, or is it any good, like...
It's not warm. Is it any good? I don't know. Maybe you should have asked 2 questions.
Maybe I should have asked 2 questions, but like
maybe you should have rolled better. It is not still warm.
This is just a completely like dressed and normal
it's fucking
looking
wall
turkey.
chicken, dude.
Yeah, so
I never played Castlevania.
So yeah, you're like
So this
I played like 5 minutes of a ROM of Symphony of the Night once.
Okay. So in the classic Castlevania
20 years
games,
ago.
hidden in the walls are like fully formed turkey that gives you health. Yeah, it's one
Is
of
Wolf
those
explaining this?
No.
Yeah, okay, so we don't know this in character. This is just Minbrita turning and saying, it seems to be some sort of roast fowl. Possibly a dodo?
Not a chocobo. Not that big.
No. Dodos are about the those are things in the game that are about the
Squirtle, is
right
this one
size.
of your
So she's saying,
species?
is it a dodo?
No, Doduo, at least where I come from, they've got 2 heads.
Only 1 neck on this roasted turkey. So as the 3 of you are sort of debating
By this
turkey, suddenly there is a loud noise, and from underneath this like stone table, something comes skittering out beneath your feet and is heading toward the back of the room from where you just came in.
I'm drawing my bat left.
I think Minbrita was a little too focused on the turkey, so she's a little startled. So she's just like, whoa.
You just step back.
Yeah.
Okay. And you all sort of step back in surprise as something comes, bursting out from underneath this table. But as whatever it is kind of makes it halfway across the floor to the door, you hear like a whoa, as whatever it is seems to trip over itself and fall and crash into the back of the room.
Are you okay there, whatever you are?
Okay, and so you address you address the shape, and the shape sort of stands up from the ground, and you realize now that you get a close look at it that standing in front of you there is a humanoid figure standing about, I would say, 4 foot 10 inches tall, wearing a long black coat and
I
a
swear to God,
fedora. And standing in front of you, yeah, there is a diminutive human figure who sort of stands up and brushes off his knees. He is wearing a t-shirt that has the word Frankenstein written on it in black marker.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
He says, "Whoa, you scared me there. I thought you were some of those monsters and creeps." And yeah,
You
standing
are
in
the
front of
smallest Hyur I have ever seen.
what'd you just call me?
Wait, are you sure you're not a Lalafell?
Oh, what?
Yeah, you've gotta be well, but you don't have the right ears to be a Lalafell.
Listen, I ain't no
I think
I
Worf
ain't no
and Squirtle
fa-la-la.
just look at each other and.
you don't I'm Sammy Sinclair. I'm the Scat King of Ganymede. You don't know me?
None of those words. I know the and
Yeah.
of.
You get a collective blank stare, I think. Worf might knows what Ganymede
Ganymede is uninhabitable.
So yeah, Sammy, he sort of stands up. He's like, "All right, well, I can't see shit in here." He reaches behind him and flicks on a light switch, and an electric bulb overhead flickers on, and you realize that you are standing in what appears to be like a medieval break room. There is a table sitting in front of you with that roasted turkey on it, with a knife sticking into it. You can recognize now that the lights are on that all these bladed implements, there's like knives and forks and stuff like that, just like hanging from the walls. There's a sink. There's a refrigerator.
What?
Don't open that refrigerator.
We don't know that in character.
I'm saving something really good in there.
Oh, sure.
He's like, well, so what do you,
actually,
what do you
Moonbreeda's
three?
Moonbreeda's. I'm Moonbreeda.
What do you so he points at Worf. You sound kind of like Wolfman or what?
Lieutenant Commander Worf of the USS Starship Enterprise.
Worf man, I gotcha. And you some kind of little turtle boy. Hey, ain't you cute? And he sort of rubs Squirtle's head.
I'm like about to fight it, but when like the hand puts back, I'm like, ooh.
It's like, listen,
so you're Sammy Sinclair, I guess.
I'm Sammy. Yeah, you never heard of me? You don't know the Ganymede Shuffle?
No, sir.
All right, well, yeah, no accounting for taste. Well, what he says? What are you doing here?
Someone decided that we were apparently the descendants of some guy named Belmont and said that we have to go kill something called a Dracula.
You say so? Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned the word Belmont, and like his face falls. He's like, "Oh boy." He's like, "Okay, listen, like, okay, cards on the table. I'll tell you what's going on here. So I took a job as anonymous benefactor. Probably should have known the money was a little bit too good. Said I was supposed to come and sort of defend this castle, you know. Said there might be some Belmont characters. I was supposed to take them out."
He's looking at him really skeptically, like, so you were hired to be a guard for this castle.
Yeah, they said they needed some replacement sort of guardians for this haunted castle thing. I don't know. As I took the job, listen, I got here, and this job sucks. It's not worth the money.
What are they paying you?
Me about I don't know, 4,800 smackaroos.
4,800 hearts.
4,800 hearts. And listen, they're actual hearts.
Oh, ugh. Yeah, Marina's like calculating, like looking at her figure. She's like, well, if that's equivalent to guild, you're being severely underpaid for what is basically adventurer work. Are
You're
you a
telling
member of
me.
the? Aren't
This
you
is
in
what
the
I'm
union?
saying.
Aren't you in the
Almost-
union, man? The Adventurers Guild.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, I got kicked out of the Bounty Hunters Union.
Well, damn, you must have fucked up real pretty bad. They
Yeah,
let anybody join.
I do that a lot. So yeah, listen, but this castle's crawling with spookums and skeletons. Like I didn't sign up for any of this.
All right, you need.
So I was just here, I'm trying to enjoy a nice turkey dinner. I found this turkey in a wall.
And you just decided to eat it?
Well, yeah, I was hungry.
I mean, I guess if you didn't have any rations coming in, that's not entirely unreasonable. Hey, can I ask you about this knife? It looks really nice. And being the Final Fantasy character, I of course have to go look at the crystal thing.
Oh yeah, man, I just found down the cutlery drawer. There's a bunch of them.
Really?
Yeah.
She's gonna go look at the knife. She's gonna go get distracted by crystal knives.
Okay. Yeah, you go, Moonbreeda. Okay, you open a cutlery drawer. He gestures over by the sink. You open it up, and there are two other knives, just like this one, sort of crystalline with a. One has, we'll just say for flavor, one has like sapphires, one has topaz, and one has rubies laid into the hilt.
Wow. And actually,
Yeah,
she's
They got some
looking
nice,
at these
some
going.
nice butter knives. You take a look at the forks.
She's mostly looking at the knives so far, but like she's mostly looking at these as like, wow, these would be perfect magical foci. Actually, these are gonna be real good. I could probably do stuff with this. So she's
Hey.
gonna pick up, I'm gonna say 3 crystal knives.
He sort of he laughs as you're kind of going over these names. Like, you remind me of a friend of mine. Anyway, listen. This place sucks. I'm blowing this popsicle stand. I was just eating to recuperate my strength. It's hard work.
Why don't you come with us? Because why don't you come with us? We'll do better in a group.
Absolutely not.
Okay, bye.
You do whatever you came here to do. I'm wiping my hands of the situation. I'm out of here. And he turns around and he opens the door and goes back down the hallway from the way that you came.
That's weird. Didn't that room back there like become a horrible abyss?
And from back there, you hear the sound. You hear ah! You hear the sound of what is unmistakably a diminutive man falling from a long flight of stairs.
Well, maybe, Lalafell are pretty good at falling from big heights because they're so small. Maybe he'll be okay? Should we go make sure he's okay?
Nobody takes you up on that offer.
Yeah, no, but like everybody's just like, no.
But yeah, so Sammy Sinclair is gone. Everybody clap. The sitcom audience claps. And yeah, you now find yourself in this sort of medieval break room. There is, like I said, there's this turkey sitting on the table that Sammy was digging into. There's a box of like powdered donuts sitting on the counter.
Ooh.
There's a coffee maker. So yeah, the three of you now find yourself in this break room. You're now in downtime.
Oh, okay.
I cannot make a proper
So-
Ractigino.
A what?
It is Klingon coffee.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a shame. I'd love to try it.
Yeah, they've only got the instant stuff, instant Rappuccino. It's just not good. It's not the same.
Not like true replicated Ractigino.
Yeah, so you are in downtime. Did any of you happen to think of what advancements you'd want to take?
I don't remember how this works, so.
So when you are in downtime, let me pull this up really quickly.
There's a couple of different things you can do.
Yeah, you have a few different options.
I think last
So yeah,
time I just took an
basically every
existing
time you
thing.
enter downtime is basically when you level up. So you get to each take an advancement. So you can either gain a new move from your playbook, you can alter your link move if you can think of a way that you think it's more appropriate for the character you're playing. You can enact a serious change in the world of the game, or you can make or upgrade 2 links however you want.
How drastic can a serious change be?
We can discuss it. Dracula
get
falls
some-
through the ceiling panels.
Can we get some fucking lighting around here?
Oh, he turned the light on.
No, I mean in general.
In general,
Like, could we have the whole castle, like, suddenly there's light everywhere. There's torches.
well, we'll see.
The other options were take something from your book thingy.
Gain a new move from your playbook, alter your link move, enact a serious change in the world of the game. I mean, if you just want to say that, like, from now on, everywhere is lit well, that's fine. But
Or, you know what I think I would actually prefer is that, all of us find in this room, a basic adventuring kits. Like, as appropriate for our universes, but basic adventuring kits. So, like, Worf, you get a tricorder and, like, a phaser.
I don't want those things.
You don't have to use them. Or whatever
Don't
you
give them to
want.
me.
Like, maybe, okay, fine. You find Klingon coffee. I don't know, but
I don't
Moonbreeder
want-
gets,
no, I
like,
want to
you
not
know,
have it. I like being the fish out of water.
fine.
It's
Okay, fine. I find an adventuring kit that's got things like, you know, it's got a basic Magitech torch, which means that it uses a crystal, it doesn't require fuel. It's basically a flashlight.
okay.
Looks fancy. Like some basic elemental crystals, which are spellcasting fuel, rations, and
Sure.
you know that the adventuring pack, and a
Yeah,
rope.
you find it is not literally it's not literally Final Fantasy like rations, things like that, but you're rummaging around in the supply cabinet and you find enough equivalent things.
Hmm.
Like in the spice cabinet, you're like, oh, this pink salt could be used as a magical foci.
Okay. And
But yeah,
actually,
you
in that
find
case,
and you find stuff here. You find enough supplies that you can assemble a makeshift sort of adventuring gear pack.
but actually, if that's the case, then can I also get, even if it's completely like medieval adventuring, like D&D guy adventuring gear, but Worf, would you be willing to accept that?
yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, I assemble packs for Moonbreeder and Worf, and possibly there's even good coffee in there.
Here you go. Mumbrita hands you a bag of rocks.
Well, it's also got rope and stuff. Actually, I probably didn't give him rocks. I figure he's not a spellcaster. Like,
Yeah, so you basically each have the equivalent of Squirtle's bag of goodies. You have
Yeah.
rations. You each have a rope. Yeah,
Some
you have some
light
special
sources.
yeah, stuff like that. You each get a torch. Now you all have torches and rations,
Yay!
and you even know how many.
Isn't that wonderful?
Okay, what about the other two, Worf and Squirtle? What do you want to take for your advancements?
I took some paint with brushes. When I brandish my weapon with intention to use it, I can spend locked links freely. For each link completely spent, choose someone in this scenario who will live or die.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, sweet. What about you, Squirtle?
So the make a change is more of like a you get a freebie type thing than it is like a you change the fabric to the world thing.
I mean, it sort of depends on what you want to do, you know?
I decided
just-
to take a freebie. But you could change the fabric of the world, probably.
So I think it'd be very funny if Sammy was Dracula.
Yeah, he at the bottom of his at the bottom of the tower, he's like, "Oh, that's weird. I'm okay." And he turns around, points to the camera, and sort of does the Thriller, like his eyes glow yellow and you see fangs. So it is now canonical that Sammy got turned into a vampire. No, Sammy was not Dracula. I'm not allowing you to do that.
Okay, I'll come up with a real advancement then. I've got a move this reminds me of, which says when you need to distract someone, spend a link and you can regale them with stories from home. So I think I'll take
Okay.
that.
That's just how you play.
Sweet.
Yeah, but he can if the GM isn't rolling with it, he can be like, but I'm fine. I'm gonna roll to make you deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, perfect. So yeah, you have all taken your advancements. Hope you all mark them down in your character sheets. Remember to mark down that you all have these adventuring kits that Moonburrito helpfully assembled for you.
Oh, and actually, our harm goes away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and all of your harm clocks reset those back to 0. Even though I think Moonburrito is the only one who took any harm last time, but
yeah,
go ahead and reset that. And any other effects that were set between downtimes, go ahead and reset those. Like your earring, Moonburrito, that gives you lift on a strike with intent. Yeah, that is reloaded. So yeah, so you take your time, you assemble these packs. I don't know if you eat the turkey, I don't know if you eat the donuts, whatever you do, but you take enough time
goes
here.
ahead and Moonburrito is like, she's got a good constitution, and also she sort of thinks to herself, I'm already fucking dead. Can it actually get worse? And she tries the turkey.
Yeah, so you've seen Casper. All the food falls through you to the floor.
I figure she's still actually corporeal, but like,
no, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're able to eat, and yeah, you do not notice any ill effect. It's like, I don't know, it's like smoked turkey or something like that.
Well, she says,
it's shelf stable.
She says, like, sort of like Renaissance fair, like turkey leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and Rita says, well, the turkey's pretty good, actually.
I will have some.
Say this for Dracula. He smokes a mean turkey.
Yeah, absolutely. Have to hand it to him.
I would like to apologize for my earlier tweet. Under no circumstances do you have to hand it to Dracula. Yeah, so the three of you, you take your time, you recuperate in this break area, get all your supplies and stuff like that.
Try the damn donuts. Are they good?
Donut. You all take 1 harm from the donuts.
Oh.
They've been sitting out there. They're like those instant donuts, and like you've got a good 10 minutes on them before they're like rock hard, once you open the package. Yeah, they weren't good. No, you don't all take 1 harm. That was a goof. So yeah, but once you are ready, you do see there is another door leading to outside, or leading to on the other side of the room, leading presumably to outside of this break room.
Right. I open the door so the dwarf doesn't get killed trying to do that.
Okay. So yeah, you prepare yourselves, you go through, you open this door, and you, on the other side, find yourself looking at an outdoor area. It's sort of like a courtyard you find yourselves in. So remember, you climb up this big long tower. You go through these couple of doors, and you find yourself from what looks like you are now on the roof of the castle. Basically, you're sort of among the battlements.
Cold and it's windy and
it's windy, it's cold, it's dark. Well, actually, it's pretty well lit. There was a giant crescent moon in the sky that's kind of lighting everything in sort of a bluish tint. And there are more torches out here. It's not a poorly lit area. And yeah, you just sort of see like these crumbling stone battlements. You hear the wind whistling. You see bats flying way off overhead, and yeah, don't see any visible stars out tonight. It's kind of a cloudy night, but you see this big crescent moon peeking through the clouds, lighting up the scene pretty well. There are like assorted of like crumbling statues kind of lying around this courtyard area. And if you were to peer over the battlements, you can kind of see all the way down. Like you're really, really high up. But yeah, you were sort of on this sort of rooftop battlement area of the castle. Across from this sort of courtyard area, the rocks are all sort of like the stone of the castle, kind of overgrown with like moss and with ivy. And sort of on the far end, you can see what looks like a guard tower. And you don't really see anything else out here. You can see on the far end of the castle what looks like another identical guard tower. Sort of another courtyard area. But that's kind of all you see out here from walking out this door.
Okay, well, where do you guys think we should go?
The most advantageous
got two
position is
options, right? The two
typically the
towers.
highest.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your way across this courtyard. You aren't, nothing pops out at you. There are some ravens kind of nesting among the battlements. As you walk past them, they sort of caw and fly off in surprise, but they don't attack you or anything like that. And yeah, you come to this guard tower, and it's sort of crumbling, decrepit stone. At one point there was what looks like a door here, but it's long, like the woods rotted away. And yeah, if you poke your head inside, you can sort of see it's kind of a spiraling stair going up,
Or
but not
stairs.
super high up. And there's another door at the top. It's the guard tower is maybe 50 feet tall.
Okay, it's still more stairs. Oh boy, love stairs.
More stairs.
I guess we go up the stairs.
Okay. And yeah, you go up the stairs. You all remember to press up, so you actually go up the stairs and just walk past them. You get to the top, sort of a guard area. It looks like at one point there was probably like a living space for a guard. There is a spot where a long rotted mattress once was, a broken chair, and yeah, there is a door there, but nothing else in this room.
I attempt to open the door.
Are you
Give me a push to
sure?
stress.
All right.
No, not really. Worf. Worf comes up. He's like, "All right, I will attempt this once more." It cracks his knuckles.
I'm a big boy. I'm an adult. I can do this.
Yeah, Worf, you easily open this door, and what you see on the other side is, are you gonna walk through it?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk through this door, and you suddenly find yourself in, it's sort of an impossible scene. You find yourself in a desert. You are still standing inside this doorway, but you look around and there is sort of a desert stretching as far as you can see. And above you, there is a sky that is now filled with like glittering stars. There is no visible moon, but there is sort of this desert with sort of these yellow sands that are lit. The sky, even with the stars, is sort of bright enough that you can sort of see these like yellow lit like sands, and there is a stone pathway leading from the door into the sand.
That's weird.
Much of this castle is impossible. I suppose it is not us. It is not within us to rationalize it. I suspect greater men and women than us have gone mad attempting to.
Well, Rita sort of just scratches her chin and she sort of says, well, it's entirely possible that this is just a stable teleport link. And or that it's an illusion. Or that it's also simply that this castle just reconfigures itself in certain ways.
It cannot be a transporter because we have not dematerialized.
No, a portal link. It's different than a transporter.
I don't think you understand.
I am literally a transporter technician. I know how it works.
Remember, this is TNG Worf. He hasn't encountered the wormhole yet in Deep Space Nine.
Look, I'm not going to bother explaining it to you, but please just trust me that I am literally a transporter technician. I understand how this specific thing works, and I'm telling you that it's a stable portal gate.
I will have to ask Chief O'Brien about this when I return.
There you go. All right, so I also step through.
Okay, yeah. So the three of you.
We're all immediately eaten by a sandworm.
Yeah. Game over. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you did not
So
walk
is this
without
Dune
rhythm,
or
unfortunately.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah, which sandworm?
So yeah, you step out. Yeah, if you look behind you, this door you just walked through is sort of sitting there, like not connected to anything, but through it you can still see the guard tower that you came from. But like if you were to peer behind it, you don't see anything. It's sort of like a flat 2D kind of looking like this door hanging there in the middle of the desert. And yeah, so you are through here, and like I said, you sort of see these yellow sands. You are standing on the sort of a long, sort of rectangular, yellowed stone platform, and there are multiple of them kind of stacked in front of you, kind of winding their way through the sand. As you step out into that, you actually can sort of see that if you look closely, the sand itself appears to be sort of sifting. Like the sand itself, almost like water, is sort of like ebbing and flowing a little bit.
Yeah, that might be sift sand, which means that we don't want to step on it because it's full of air, so we would just fall down to the bottom.
Should we just stick to the rocks then and keep going?
I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
So yeah,
The sooner we get out of here, the better, because as soon as the sun comes out, I'm gonna be useless.
You're allergic to sunlight?
Well, if I had to rate my ability to attack numerically, you'd have to cut that number in half when the bright sunlight, when it's a sunny day, so to speak.
Oh, I see. Interesting. So you're a nocturnal species.
Okay, so yeah, the three of you step out onto this stone walkway. You start to make your way across. Yeah, you're very careful to not step in the sand itself. As you are walking, after a short period of time, like maybe a minute, you suddenly hear a noise, sort of from all around you. And is there something I want to make you roll? No, not really. So yeah, you hear the sound, and you look around, and you suddenly notice that there are sort of these long, spiky things poking out through the sand, kind of tracking your movement.
So
And
worms.
as you notice that, suddenly what looks like a metallic scorpion launches itself out of the sand. Who was in front? Who was taking point on this?
Probably okay.
Moonbrita?
Was it me? No, Warp can be it.
No.
Fine.
By all means.
Okay, it was me.
Okay. Moonbrita, yeah, this metallic scorpion, it sort of leaps out of the sand and flies directly at your face.
I dodged it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I don't know. It's flying directly at you. You have time to react. So do whatever
Really?
you would want to do for that.
Fuck it. I'm gonna strike with intent.
Okay.
The thing's gonna fly at me, I'm gonna hit it right the fuck back. Unfortunately, I only have one dark link right now, but unless I forged one with Sammy.
Yeah, none of you did any of you
didn't
happen
even
to take
try.
links with Samuel Sinclair?
We didn't even try.
You know what? I think she just finds him. Yeah, fuck it, she did, because memory needs links. Memories need links badly. Sure.
If you want to roll for what impression did you get from Sammy?
What a fucking weirdo little loser man.
So you said a dark?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So roll with dark, I think is how you do that. Let's make a link. Decide what link you want, and then roll with that stat. So roll with your dark stat.
Hang on. That is a 9.
And 9, okay.
think.
So yeah, on a full success, you make the link and say something true about your relationship. On a partial success, you can either complicate the link and still state a fact, or just get the link you want. So do you just want to take that dark link with Sammy?
I'm just taking it.
Okay, cool. Does
I think
anybody else
it's
want to get one with him really quickly?
Range
We're
of the
talking
land.
about it.
No.
No thanks.
I should have asked you about it then, but I also totally forgot about that aspect. You know, the critical aspect of the
Oh, you
game.
mean like the main game mechanic?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I was too in the zone. I was too in character.
Okay.
I was in CU Space Cowboy brain, not interstitial brain.
No, I don't want to drop my die. Trying to roll.
Oh yeah,
with
so yeah, add that dark link and then roll with dark for that strike with intent roll.
that.
Using whatever your stat is now.
Yes. However, I rolled a 1, and I'm gonna take my free reroll.
Okay.
Uh,
So wait, so what was both rolls? You rolled with 2 dice, right?
I got a 3 and a 1.
A 3 and a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead if you want to re-roll that 1 with I'm only here in memory.
Wait, I misinterpreted that. I'm so sorry. I forgot that the 6 on this die is actually this.
What is that?
So the E. Because then when I tried to roll again, it did this. So I'm gonna say no. I misinterpreted that roll. I really did.
Okay. What is an E?
It's
Enforcer.
6. Yeah.
It's a why are you okay?
I think it's
Whatever.
MC squared.
Yeah.
Whatever. So technically that was actually a 9, and
Fucking PhD over here brought her algebra dice.
yes, it's a 9, and that's an 11 since I'm adding. No, it's a 10 since I'm adding dark. So that was strike with intent. Like, hoo-yeah!
Okay. So you did not get a 1?
Did not get a 1. I got a 6.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so you're just gonna
You
take
did still have
that
a
was
1,
it a
didn't
9 you said?
Because if you had
No, I didn't. It was 36.
Oh, okay. It was 3 and 6. Okay.
They misinterpreted what the
Right. Okay.
E
My bad.
meant, not
Moving
mistake it for a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay, yeah. So that was a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do?
Well, I said I was. Oh, right. I was striking with intent. What?
Defend
You
yourself
can-
from
yeah,
harm,
you can
deal
just
great
defend.
harm, take control of the situation, harm
Yeah,
an
I'm-
entire group, move where they can react, make no room for argument.
Okay, I'm defending myself from harm. That's like a big old block.
Okay, yeah, you block with your axe. This scorpion flies at you. You manage to deflect its blow. And it sort of falls backward into the sand, and it came from the sand, but we knocked it backward. It sort of immediately like sinks beneath it.
Yeah. As I said, that's probably slip sand.
Mm-hmm. As this is happening, 2 more of these scorpions fly out. One flies at Squirrel and one flies at Worf.
Okie dokie. I can roll with mastery.
I'll probably roll to subdue on mine. Right, that's
Okay.
the light one. Yeah, to make an opening for escape.
Spend them to reroll. Okay.
9.
A 9, okay. So choose one from that list. You want to make an opening for escape?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Worf? What did you get? And what were you rolling?
I didn't do anything yet. I'm
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Batlath. I'm gonna roll with mastery with Dance with Who Brought Me. That is
Sweet.
5. But I can spend locked links freely. But they have to be the link that I have with my thing, right?
Yes.
That I'm rolling with. Yeah, so that doesn't work.
Exactly.
Never mind then.
You could spend your
yeah,
link
so I
with the
guess 5.
card if you wanted to just get rid of
No.
that to do a reroll. No? So you just got a 5?
Yeah.
That's fine. So, and were you striking with? No, you were doing your
Dance with Who Brought Me. On
Dance
a
with Who
miss,
Brought
I
Me.
pick
Let me look.
one thing and it goes terribly wrong. So I guess
Okay, so
cause
what were you
irreparable
trying to do?
damage to something. I want to kill it.
Okay.
Obviously.
So you were trying to cause irreparable damage to this scorpion. So let's say, so Moombrita, so you blocked the scorpion that flew out at you. Another one jumped out at Squirtle, and you sort of like, you ducked it. You start making a break for it with that opening for escape that you made. Worf, this third scorpion flies out at you, and you hit it with your batleth. You were expecting to slice it easily in half, but instead, there's sort of a metallic clang noise when you hit it with your bladed weapon. And the scorpion, instead of being sliced in half, it goes flying, and it flies into Squirtle.
Oh.
So you have knocked this this scorpion. Squirtle, when it hits you, it is surprisingly heavy. You get hit with this. Basically, this metallic scorpion comes flying out of nowhere and knocks you into the sand with this scorpion sitting on top of you. And I want you to take 1 harm because this went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Harm.
And yeah, you find yourself prone, lying in this sand. You are rapidly sinking with this heavy metallic scorpion weighing you down. What do you do, Squirtle?
Boy.
If I use Surf Crusade, water comes out of the sand and pushes us both back up. I don't know what that would be in terms of like this game's moves.
I
Probably
would
cast
say
magic.
if you wanted to try to cast magic,
Roll with mastery.
Yeah, all the Squirtle's like Pokemon moves are essentially magic.
That was a 10.
some of them are physical, but yeah, I think surf, especially if you're trying to like summon water from the very depths. Yeah, you were casting magic. You were trying to enact a change in the world of the game in that case. You got a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you like you said, a spout of water comes flowing up from underneath you and lifts you out. I don't know, what does this look like?
I guess just the water kind of pulls up beneath us, and I'm kind of trying to push back up. I'm not actually lifting the scorpion, the water is, but I just kind of toss him to the other side of the stone path and then just land.
So yeah, so you land back on the stone path. The scorpion that was on top of you gets blown back into the sand. It sinks. But there are more scorpions now coming out of the sand surrounding you. You have awoken the nest, so to speak.
We might be better off bailing.
Yeah, I think we should run.
Okay.
Thirded.
So you are now
Booking
the
it.
3 of you are booking it. So you are going across, but now since you are running across these sort of stepping stones, being pursued by the scorpions, each of you give me a push through stress with dark. So just do a dark roll. And I want to see how well you manage to get across here.
I got 8.
7.
5.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, on a 7 and 9 you make it through alive. So yeah, you are
Portal died?
No, so on a 7 and 9 you make it through alive. Take harm or spend a link. So yeah, you were sort of being hounded by these. Oh yeah?
Because I got something. Let me read.
Okay.
So what can I do?
Give me what you got.
I gain lift, so that doesn't really help. Well, part of my steadfast beliefs is it says I will never leave Squirtle behind. So
Gotcha.
What I want to
Gain
do,
lift whenever you follow your beliefs.
I want to affect the outcome on that.
Okay.
Which the steadfast beliefs doesn't really help me at all with, but I can roll with light or dark, which are both 0. But that's a 10, so I can give him lift.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Does that bump you up to a partial success?
So yeah, you had a total failure with a 5, so all 3 of you now. So yeah, the 3 of you are running, and Moonbrita and Worf, you are adult, humanoid creatures. You are able to sort of, jump across one by one. What's up?
I think it's dinner time. But
Okay.
I'm definitely in the middle of the game.
Well, here, one sec. So yeah,
If
so
you're willing to
you
bring
two
down
are able to
the
run
food,
across.
that would be great. Sorry about that, folks.
Squirtle, you got these tiny little legs. So you trip and fall. But Worf, I think you notice, and you are able to stop and go back, and you, I don't know, let's say you grab Squirtle by the bandana, and you are now football carrying him under your arm. So the 3 of you now have partial successes on that. So I want you to either choose: are you going to take harm or spend a link to get through here?
Take the harm.
Yeah, I will.
You're gonna take harm.
Same.
Okay. So all 3 of you take harm.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The bandana was really tight.
Oh, I guess. So if I had not, so I got like a full success on that, but I guess if I had gotten a partial, I could gain lift because I was not leaving Squirtle behind.
Gain
So
lift
that
whenever
still
you
would have
follow
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So the 3 of you, I guess you take harm somehow. You're running. Squirtle will say that you took another harm when you tripped and fell. Worf, as you stopped and went back, a scorpion was coming out and striking at Squirtle. You reach down and snatch him out of the way, and you get a glancing blow
I'll take it.
your hand as you do that. And yeah, Moonbrita, you stub your toe.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink and see what's up about dinner, but
Okay.
I'm gonna eat
Do you
down.
guys want to take like a 15-minute break?
Actually, 15 minutes break would be great.
Cool.
And now
Does that
a word
work
from
with you
our
too?
sponsors. Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a
Available
15-minute
for
break.
pre-order
You
now.
have,
The
made
Sea
it.
Space Cowboy and Sarah, the planet that never sleeps.
Well,
in the
really
upcoming...
quick, I will just say, so the 3 of you, so you're running, and actually, as you are running from these scorpions, you see coming up ahead of you what looks like the top of a structure is sort of coming up through the stand, and there is an opening on the top of it. And so you are approaching this, and that is where we will take a break. Okay, so we're all good. We're all back at it. We're recording again. Okay, so where we left off 15 minutes ago, the 3 of you were being pursued by these metal scorpions that were coming out of the sand every which way. You successfully managed to make it across the stone pathway, and coming up ahead, you see as you get closer, it looks like the topmost portion of basically a pyramid buried in the sand. And there is a section in the ceiling that sort of caved in. And the path does stop there. So you are approaching this rapidly, being pursued by metallic scorpions.
I'm gonna go in last.
And I should say it's
shove them forward.
I should say that it's it's partially buried. Like the topmost part is like peeking out. It looks like it's inspired by the sand, but it's not like above you. It's like more or less like at ground level.
Yeah, I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna like shove them ahead of me.
Okay, so Worf pushes Moonbrita and Squirtle through this gap.
I just
imagine like Mooney is like. I just picture Mooney like stopping, like whoa, and then Worf just like barrels through and just like pushes Moonbrita in, and then tosses Squirtle in after her, and I assume jumps in after them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of fall briefly down this sort of darkened passage. Um, but the pyramid itself is sort of at a tilt. And so it looks like it would have been a total drop down, but there was a slight incline. So you actually managed to hit this and you could just slide down like, 3 feet. The three of you spill out at the bottom of this chamber. If you look up above you, you can see the night sky. You can see the stars glittering above you. You do not see
In the
any of the
pyramid?
scorpions coming through the gap in the ceiling
Oh,
you just
okay.
came through. Yeah, not in the pyramid itself.
Yeah, okay.
No, you don't. You are inside now, but you
Right,
can
right,
see
I
it
got it.
through the gap. So yeah, you are now in this chamber. The scorpions do not follow you, but you can sort of see you are in a stone chamber made of the same kind of yellow stone as the platforms that we were running across shortly ago. There are sort of torches lining the walls, lit with like a blue flame that's sort of illuminating the chamber ahead of you. It
Hmm.
sort of goes across like ahead of you and kind of curves around, maybe a few dozen yards ahead of you. But that's really all you see in this chamber.
Blue flame suggests a concentration of either either certain kinds of ether or gas. We should be cautious.
Oh, sorry, I had beans before we get into the dungeon.
What did you get beans? I didn't get any beans.
I'll pack more next time. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Where'd he get carrots? So yeah, I assume, do you all just go down this passageway?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you collect yourselves, dust yourselves off. You make your way down this sort of passageway that sort of twists ahead of you. It's lit by these blue flames. As you come around the corner, you come out into a larger open chamber, and you can see ahead of you there is a pit.
The pit of despair.
And you can see the other side of it, maybe 50 feet across. But there is this big pit.
Well, we've got rope.
Yep.
Certainly do. Do you investigate the pit?
Yeah. What else are we gonna do?
Okay, so you
It's not like we can say like, screw it, let's go back to town and get drunk.
yeah,
We
you
can do
climb
that?
back up the pyramid. You fight your way back through the scorpions, go back through the castle, go out the front door,
Yeah.
show up back up the Gonum's pub.
None for him. He's underage.
Then you all fill up on drinks. You turn around, you come back, and you're back in the pyramid again in front of this pit.
Wow. Super cool.
So yeah, you from this pit. So yeah, you go up, you sort of examine, you peer down, and down below you, just maybe like a 30-foot drop, and there are sharp spikes lining the bottom of the pit. And you can actually see off to the side, up against the wall, there is sort of a path that leads over to the other side. It's broken up into 3 sections with a gap in the middle of each of those 3 sections that you would have to cross.
Great. More platforming.
More platforming.
Well,
Well, you were in a Nintendo game, so I
Right,
don't know
well,
what you
and
expect.
yeah, Moonbreeder says, usually spikes of that type are enchanted to be inexplicably way more lethal than they appear. But we shouldn't touch them.
And yeah, so
Anyway.
the platform, it's down. There's not like a ladder leading down to it or anything. It's maybe like a 10-foot drop.
All right, let's go down.
I guess we go down.
Okay. Do you just jump? Do you use your ropes?
We use our ropes. Golly.
Okay. You use the ropes that Moonbrita so helpfully packed for you.
Yeah, I assume I have hammer and pittons now. I can shove them into the wall somewhere.
I mean, I was gonna say you just tie it to one of the torches, but
Okay.
but whatever you want to do. If you
I feel
Worf
like
specifically,
putting fire next to the rope is not the best idea we've had.
Yeah, I was gonna say and besides which, I got all these nice pittons. Are we just not gonna use them?
Okay, so yeah, Dwarf uses his hammer and pittons to tie this rope. Yeah, you make it down to the bottom of this 10-foot drop to this first pathway section. As you are beginning to cross it, there is a sort of screeching sound, and from the
great.
ceiling, there are 3 bats flying at you.
Okay, what's with all the damn bats?
Well,
I
you're in a
don't get
haunted
it.
castle. Now you're in a haunted pyramid. Yeah, they're flying. Yeah, you disturb them. They're flying directly at you.
And these aren't the kind that Squirtle can even talk to.
No, these ones they're a peculiar shape. They're kind of rotund. Large bats, probably the size of your head, and yeah, they're kind of round body shape.
Is there some really lit music playing right now?
There could be. No, this is not Armored Armadillo stage.
Oh well, okay then. I was gonna be
There
like,
is
wow, we
there
could
are
get
no-
so many
there is no
life
minecart.
ups.
Yeah,
We could
these,
get so many.
These 3
No,
bats fly down
the
at you.
bubble bats
What do you
are
do?
We should probably just attack them, right?
I mean, how about we could just try to scare them off.
I can frighten people with my batleth if I roll high enough.
Why don't you just spook them?
That is 6 and 3. That is a 9. So I can do one of them. I can impress, surprise, or frighten.
Okay. So yeah, Worf, you raise your batleth above your head. You you bellow. You make a Klingon battle snarl, and these 3 bats that are flying down at you, they are sufficiently impressed with your display of might, and they fly away shrieking.
Yeah.
They go back up into the shadows up from the ceiling from when they came. So yeah, do you continue across?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you make it across these 3 gaps, or I guess 2 gaps, these 3 platforms. You scared away the bats. You make it across unaccompanied to the other side. You have to sort of, pause, take your bearings. You probably have to Mooney, you're the taller one, so you are able to make it across by really, really reaching and using the wall for support. And then I guess you just Worf tosses Squirtle over to you.
Yep.
And then
One,
I guess Worf
2.
leaps. Yeah. Toss me.
Mhm.
Don't tell the Zubat. So yeah, you make it across. You are now on the other side. There was another 10-foot platform, but obviously not platform. 10-foot ledge up to the next start. You do have to get up onto that, but I'm not going to make you roll for anything. Just tell me how you do it.
Well, I'm already really fucking tall, so I think I just jump. I just go. Yep.
Can you jump? Do you have a 3-foot standing leap?
Okay, well then I use my rope.
Okay, what do you attach to the other end to
I mean,
get
we
to
still have
the
pittons,
top?
right? Can't we just hammer them into the fucking
Yeah.
wall and rock?
I don't know
climb
what a
our ass
piton
up here?
is, you guys. You can do whatever you can do whatever you say a piton
It's
is
like
for.
a stake. It's a fucking metal.
Yeah, it's a piece of
Okay.
it's a piece of iron, and they've got little loop on the end that you can tie ropes to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or use
cool.
in mountain
I
climbing.
mean,
just
Worf could have also given you a
grab onto-
lift, but you
Yeah.
you use your pitons and make a little
Yeah.
Yeah, you make it to the top. Moonbrita, you climb up.
I can only give
Worf
lift
tosses
if it's
Squirtle.
part of my steadfast beliefs.
Yeah, after the last episode, Worf is just tossing Squirtle everywhere. Yeah, so you make it back up to the top. You see another chamber leading off. So you go down this hallway. There's another turn, and you come up to another, surprises, another area with a large pit. This one is much further. This one's like 75 feet across. You peer
Oh.
down, and you do not see any platforms, though.
All right. Well, I guess we
Are there
just take
spikes at the bottom of it?
There are spikes. Of course, there are spikes. There's
Okay.
always spikes.
All right.
There's gonna be spikes.
Oh, let's be logical and let's take a look around the edges of this pit and see what's what.
Do you want to roll me a deep dive? One of you?
I have +1 now, actually.
I got a 9.
A 9 on deep dive? Okay, so you can ask me you can ask me a question and get a correct response, or you can ask me 2 questions and one of them is a lie.
Okay, I really don't understand why I would bother asking 2 questions and one of them is a lie. Like,
Because
what's the
one of
fucking
them might
point
be,
of that?
you might be able to ascertain which one.
Right,
is
you know,
and
well,
isn't.
you know, if we were in a situation where there were multiple things you wanted to know, and you really just wanted to try to parse out which one you think was correct.
Okay, okay, look. I'm just it's do
What's
I
your
see
question?
any reasonable way across this pit? Or unreasonable ways?
So you're looking around, and I mean, unreasonable waves, you could just like jump down to the spikes. That'd be pretty unreasonable. You consider that you could use your pittance and try to make a pathway across. That'd be pretty unreasonable too. As you are debating the different ways to get across here, off to the side, you hear a sliding noise. You look over, and it's like a hidden door, a panel has slid open, and standing in front of you there is a mummy.
Sammy Sinclair!
It's Sammy Sinclair. It's like, hey, I got lost. Hey, you guys need a lift? I got a spaceship.
I found all this toilet paper.
I had a little accident in the restroom. Don't worry about it.
In the shitpost.
That does not happen. No, you you see a mummy. There's a mummy standing in front of you.
Hello, are you a void scent or just a regular undead, and can we help you?
In response, the mummy grabs the wrapping on top of its head, and it flings its own head at you.
I catch the head, I guess.
You catch the head? How do you do that?
With my hands. I assume that it's a pretty big thing. It's like I just grab it.
I want you to give me a strike to subdue.
Oh.
Just like when you tried to grab Zubat.
Okay. I guess he was throwing it at me, not throwing it to me.
No, he was not throwing it to you. He was like chucking it at you. Yeah, there was a mummy head like gnashing its teeth, flying at you.
That is a 10, actually.
It is a 10 strike to subdue.
Yeah.
You can choose 2 from the list. I was saying, take something from them. You can take the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, maybe I can. I was gonna take the head, but I was thinking maybe I could de-escalate this situation. Just be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I mean, there are lots of things on this list that just grabbing the head could fall under.
Yeah, I'm gonna say de-escalate the situation. So I basically, instead of being hit by it, I catch it by the ears while it's going, and I'm like, excuse me! Excuse me! Hey!
Did you want to do anything else on the list, or just, I mean, you grabbed the
can
head.
I do...
You were trying to...
Oh, right, I can do 2 things. So I guess I'm taking something from them, which is to say I'm taking the head. And I'm being like, hey, man, what's your damage?
Okay, great. So you have de-escalated the situation by grabbing the head. The head is still gnashing its teeth and trying to bite you. You take it. Do you put it in your sack?
Well, I was trying to talk to it, but I guess it's not gonna talk to me.
Yeah, it's not and actually now that you're holding it, you can see like it's not growling or anything like that. It's actually making a sort of a whirring,
A whirring
sort of like motorized
noise.
noise.
Okay, I flip it over and I see then like, okay, is this Magitech? Or that's what she would know it as.
Yeah, there's a little panel in the back of its head. You pop it open and it has 2 AA batteries in it.
I take the batteries out.
Yeah, the head stops biting. Um, the body that threw it is sort of just like stumbling around, kind of looking for its head. It actually steps off the side of the pit and it falls. And when it hits the spikes at the bottom, it explodes.
Oh.
But
That's not the usual kill magic that they put on those things, but okay.
uh,
Oh no, probably it's a mechanical device.
Does
So yeah,
anything come
she holds
out
up
of
the
body
batteries.
when it explodes?
yeah, a little yellow ball sort of comes out of the
Oh,
body
okay.
and is glowing and sitting there on the spikes. Unfortunately,
starting to
it's
figure out where
overlapping the
this is.
spikes, so you
This
can't
fucking Pharaoh Man staged.
Yes, yeah.
you cannot grab it. So yeah, this mummy has died.
I was close. Wrong era.
Do you keep the head or do you toss it away?
Yeah, I keep the head. I'm gonna put mechanical
Are-
mummy head
Are you
and the batteries.
you are I can't even think of the word. What's the word? You are academically interested in this
Yeah,
automaton mummy
it's
head.
magic. It's unknown magitech that I've
Okay.
never seen before.
So yeah, you take the batteries out, you put the batteries, and you put the head in your sack. And yeah, so the door that the mummy came through is still ajar. Like the panel is flipped to the side.
Well, okay. Can we get to?
Yeah, no, it was just across on the other side of the chamber, not like across the pit.
Alright.
But you're here. It's on board that side. You can just walk up to it.
Okay, I guess we do that.
Okay, so you walk up, you peer through, and yeah, you do actually see there is another there's a little like narrow, really narrow, like you go one at a time, a pathway leading through here. Looks like it goes to the other side of the pit.
Okay.
Okay. So the 3 of you go through there?
Yeah. Yeah, we go through the back
Okay.
rooms.
So yeah, you go through the back rooms.
This is fine.
There's a monster back there. It's fucking, I don't know. You're on YouTube. I don't have any good backrooms jokes. I don't care about the back rooms. You go through. You are making your way through this really, really tight gap. This was built for a robot mummy, so it was not designed with comfort in mind. And also, the mummy was not 7 feet tall. So yeah, Mumbrita, you are having a difficult time squeezing through here, but you are able to sort of get through, which is very claustrophobic.
Yeah, she's probably just like uncomfy.
So you're making your way through. I want to know, what order are you guys going in?
I'm not first.
I guess I'm first.
Mumbrita's
Which puts
first.
me in the middle.
So you got a little Squirtle sandwich going on. Okay, cool. So yeah, you are making your way through. As you get about halfway through, suddenly, Worf, you feel something like you're making way through. You're having to like sort of go sideways through there. You're pushing against back wall. But Worf, as you are making your way through behind everybody else, suddenly you feel the panel behind you give away.
Oh.
And you sort of start to fall back as a pair of bandage wrapped hands reach out and grab you and yank you back into a panel on the wall.
Shit. Does the panel start closing?
Yeah, the panel swings shut behind Worf.
Okay, no, could I would like to do whatever the fuck I need to roll to like slam the haft of my axe in there to keep the panel from closing.
Okay, give me an affect the outcome. Roll with either light or dark.
Okay. That is a 9.
Okay, so on a 7 and 9, you either allow them a reroll or slow them down for the moment. I guess Worf wasn't rolling, so you want to slow him down from being taken away by this.
You could take harm or spend a link to get the full effect.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
might
true.
have something.
It's never far enough ahead. So yeah, this is what's happening. So this panel opened up behind
Or
Worf.
you could spend a link if
a
you
mummy
have
grabbed
one.
him, yanked him inside. The panel is swinging shut. So there are two things happening right now, which is this panel is swinging shut and a mummy is dragging Worf into the darkness.
I'm gonna try to slow it down a little bit to give maybe Squirtle some time to maybe do something too. So like
Okay,
I've got my axe in there, but it's clear that like the mechanism is really strong. So she's like,
Okay, so yeah, Moonbrita, you jam your axe into the mechanism, into the door. There is a small enough gap that Squirtle, if you wanted to try to do something, you can fit through there.
Yeah, I'll run in there.
So yeah, you run in, you squeeze through this gap, you see Worf is being dragged. Worf is, I don't know, Worf, are you screaming? Is Worf scared of mummies?
Actually,
Worf
probably,
says,
yeah.
ah!
Yeah. I'm trying very
Worf...
hard to mask the fact that I'm frightened of mummies.
Yeah, Worf is scared of mummies. Worf is being dragged off into the darkness. Just
When I was a kid,
passageway.
they showed me The Mummy 1999, and Imhotep scared the hell out of me.
Yeah. What do you do, Squirtle?
How big is this space that we're in?
It is, so it's wide enough that Worf can stand. Not very wide across, though. It's wide enough that a mummy was able to grab him and drag him backwards. But it is a little bit wider than the really narrow passage you were in a second ago.
And is it like long?
Don't flood the place.
Yeah, you can't see how far back it's going. It's pretty dark in here.
All right, so yeah, flooding probably isn't the move then. I'm gonna ice beam the mummy's feet.
Okay.
Would that be strike to subdue?
If you are trying to take their guard down or de-escalate the situation, or you can do strike with intent if you're trying to give them harm. Make a point with maneuver for argument. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, I'm just trying to stop them from moving. We can figure this out.
I guess it could be make an opening for escape.
Yeah, that's
right. Okay, yeah. So, light. Have 2 light links, that's +1. Oh, 9 + 1 for 10.
Sweet. So yeah, choose 2. You can take something from them, force a change of location, de-escalate the situation, take their guard down, make an opening for escape, gain someone's sympathy. I'm guessing, based on what you were trying to accomplish, you want to just take their guard down and make an opening for escape? Or take something from them, as in Worf?
Yes, I'll make an opening for escape and take a Worf from them.
Okay. So yeah, you freeze the you come through. Worf sees you readying this ice beam. He's seen you do this attack enough times that he sort of knows what's coming. So I think Worf, you just sort of lift your legs up as Squirtle sprays the mummy's feet with a blast of cold ice from his mouth. That freezes the mummy in place. And yeah, you are able to break your way through from the mummy's grasp.
Okay, and then we're gonna
the mummy
escape.
is still flailing and trying to grab you, but it's frozen in place now.
Some Scooby-Doo ass shit.
Some Scooby-Doo ass shit is happening, yeah.
What's
actually, well, Moonbrady would probably describe this as Inspector Hildebrand ass shit.
Close the door. Get your axe out.
Close the door? Okay, yeah, Moonbrita closes the door and traps Squirtle and Worf inside of this.
No, we got out of there. I ran.
No, yeah, you get out. So yeah, Squirtle's able to get through the small gap that Moonbrita made. Worf, you're able to push your way through. Yeah, if you want, you can close the door behind you.
Presumably there's a mechanism on the inside that allows the mummy to come out, but whatever.
Or maybe it's like one of those automatic cat doors.
Or maybe it's an
it opens
automatic mummy door.
The mummy has an RFID chip.
Oh god.
Yeah, so you are back in this narrow passageway. I assume you make it, you keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make it to the other side. You come out, and there is another. You come to the end of this little passageway. There's another panel that you were able to push on at the other end,
Mhm.
and it sort of rolls open, and you're able to come out the other side, and you find yourself on the other side of this gap.
And there's another there's another spike pit in there.
I'm gonna fucking scream.
No, you're on the other side of the spike pit. No, you have made it to the other side of the spike pit.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better.
There is another chamber again, sort of same thing, sort of loops around. This whole time, you've kind of been descending.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a spiral sort of thing going down
Could be,
with like
could
geometric
be worse.
corners.
Could be quicksand stage. Don't take that as an idea.
There's no lasers. Yeah, so I assume you keep going down this chamber.
Yep.
As you come through, there are more of these bats that in the ceiling that sort of fly down at you, but you're able to fight them off no problem. They don't really have any offensive skills. They just fly at you, and you're able to like bat them away.
Mm-hmm. We bat the bat.
You bat them away with Worf's Batleth. Okay. So yeah, and now you come to, surprise, surprise, there is a large sort of shutter door in front of you at the end of this hallway.
Yeah, it's out of character. We all know what the fuck this is. It's possible that Squirtle might know what the fuck this is.
Squirtle jump and go through it.
I jump and I stay still in the air as it opens up. And then
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Squirtle freezes in place. The shutter rolls up. The three of you slide through, and the shutter closes behind you. You find yourself in another distant dark narrow passage. It's another shutter at the other end.
I feel like an old memory welling up in my head from like my before Pokemon life, my very first pre any isekaiing. Oh, it's Astro Boy.
I mean,
you only have a Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so yeah, I guess you go through the second shutter, right?
Yeah, we go through the doors.
So yeah, same thing happens. You touch the shutter, it slides up. You go through, and you actually find yourself now. You are no longer in the surroundings are no longer this yellow like sandstone that you've been seeing. There are no more of these like blue flickering torches. You are actually in an area that looks like you are once more outdoors. And you can actually see, if you look up, you can see the sky again. There is no ceiling in this room. And you once again see the large crescent moon that you saw when you first came out of the break room earlier. No stars in the sky again. And when you look around, you see that the stone is more of that like gray stone, kind of overgrown with ivy and moss, like the courtyard area you were in before. And as you are taking in these surroundings, you see a figure up above you, sort of silhouetted by the moonlight. He says, "So I see you've made it through my deadly pyramid." And the figure jumps down, and you see standing before you an armored humanoid figure wearing a red and black cape, and a headdress shaped like an Egyptian like funerary mask.
Okay. Just want to have a chat with this guy.
Yeah, sure. Roll have a chat.
Ooh, I can give you
that is an
because I have bad cop.
Oh, okay. So we've got. So that's actually. So I rolled an 8, but that means that becomes a 10 then. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna try to convince this guy that Dracula he doesn't want to fight us, and Dracula's a shit boss. This is my goal here.
Okay. So what do you say?
What
do you say to
actually,
Pharaoh Man from Mega Man 4?
Maybe I should do a secure an alliance instead. What do you guys think? whatever. Okay, let's just start. Let's just start and see where this goes. So everybody says, okay, listen. We don't have any quarrel with you whatsoever. We kind of honestly ended up here by accident. What's your deal here, man? Like, why are you even? Why is somebody with such his own really pretty cool pyramid even working for someone like Dracula?
I'm not gonna. I was trying to do like a Russian accent here. I'm just not gonna attempt.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's gonna be Russian anyway. He's Egyptian.
Because he's a Russian robot master.
He's a
built by Dr.
Cossack.
Cossack.
Right, he's a Cossack bot. I forgot.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna do an Egyptian accent. So, he says,
Hey, fool.
So you asked us like what he's doing here?
Hey, well, basically, she asks like, what is somebody with such a nice pyramid like doing working for a chump like Dracula?
He says, "Oh, thank you for complimenting my pyramid. It actually came with the castle."
She sort of blinks and goes, "Oh, okay. Look, but seriously, why? Okay, why? Still though, why are you working for Dracula?
Gotta work
What do
for
you get out of
someone.
this?" No, you don't. Actually, I've been freelance for like ever since I got out of school. I've been an independent contractor, and I choose who I work for, and I don't work for chumps like Dracula.
He says, "Oh, it must be nice to be human then."
Well, I mean, I'm not human. Well, no, I guess I
I'm
am
not human
human,
either.
but
Neither is Squirtle. I don't think any of us are
I guess
human.
I'm technically human, but those two aren't. And
I am Klingon.
yeah.
He says, "Well, when you're a robot, you only can do what you're programmed to do."
That is
You
not
just sort
true.
of-
I have a friend.
Oh.
His name is Data.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let Worf handle that part.
My friend Data. He is an android, and he has sentience. He can make his own decisions. It was proven in a court of law.
He says, "What are you saying that a robot was given sentience,
Yes.
like in Bicentennial Man?"
I do not know what
like
that is.
stairs?
That's our back at the Robot Master Fortress. Bicentennial Man, starring Robin Williams, is our favorite movie. Are you saying that such a world can actually exist?
It does. I have been there.
Wow, maybe I was mistaken just to go along with my programming. I just sort of assumed that I had to do whatever who was calling the shots said I had to do. But maybe you're right. Maybe there is another way. Sort of considering,
Yeah.
he's sort of rubbing his chin.
That's the spirit.
You did say, Moonbrita, you secured an alliance. So what link did you want to make with Ferroman?
I'm not sure.
You can just take whatever you want because you see.
I'm gonna say heart because I feel like I'm feeling for the notion of people gaining their freedom and learning to become themselves.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So Mark, then you have a heart link with Ferroman. And
Yay!
he says, maybe you're right. Maybe there is another way. I don't know what I would do though if I'm not taking orders from someone.
Well, do you have an interest in archaeology or antiquities?
I was originally designed to be an archaeology robot to explore ancient ruins. I suppose that I could stop taking orders from random evil overlords and go get my PhD in archaeology.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea actually. And like I said, I PhD in aetheric resonance theory, and some of my friends actually do have their PhDs in archaeology, and they're freelancers. They now they have to like ask people for grant funding, but if it turns out the person funding their grant is like trying to build a super weapon, and they actually have both walked out and also blown up the people who were trying to build a super weapon. So you don't have to listen to people. You can become a freelance archaeologist.
Sounds great. And Ferroman, he takes off his cape and throws it to the side. He says,
Ooh.
"Okay, I agree." And he reaches out to take your hand, Moonbrita,
I
to give you a handshake.
Give him a firm handshake.
Okay, and
I
you
say
take
also,
one
and-
harm for touching a robot
Ow.
master. you
Right. Yeah, she
flinch
goes,
and fly
"Ah!"
back. Something about touching the. I guess you get a. He took off the cape and it gave him like an electric charge, and yeah, you get a really bad static shock.
She does the whole animation thing.
Yeah,
Where
so
she's like,
Moonbrita, you fall back and you have invincibility frames for a second. Fairman says, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and as he is
Ow.
doing that, suddenly something comes flying, and you see sort of like a slash effect, like an anime slash effect. The screen goes black for a second, and Fairman like looks confused for a second, and then his head sort of starts to separate from his body, and he explodes into like
No!
orange explosions. Little pew 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 pew.
Hey, can we stop this?
And
Fuck you! I'm rolling affect the outcome. I'm not letting my new friend explode.
I guess I mean if you were being you were shocked, you took harm, so you actually are not able to react to this. I guess if Worf or Squirtle wants to try, but this happened really quickly.
I wasn't expecting this.
I don't know how they would react.
No.
So yeah, Fairman.
I see an electric type. I stay away.
His Fairman says, "Wow, all these moments will be lost, like tears
sand
in
the desert,
like sand in an hourglass. These are the days of our lives." It's like my metaphor circuits are being scrambled, and he explodes. And then you look up, and standing above you in the same area where there's the ceiling is broken. You can see the moon, and now standing silhouette in the moon, there's another figure, and you see a muscular figure lit by the moon, so you can't really see them, but they are holding it looks like a whip, and they're wheeling it back up on their hand. Says, "Are you okay? I saw that you were attacked by that dastardly mummy creature."
No, I'm being attacked. It was an accident. I was negotiating with him. What the hell is your problem?
So what the hell is my problem?
Or rather, what she says is 7 hells. What's your problem?
The figure jumps down, and now that they're not silhouetted by the moonlight, you see standing before you there is a really muscular, like barbarian-esque figure wearing leather armor, sort of a loincloth. They're holding a whip in their hand that ends in like a mace that they're wrapping around their fist. He says, "What do you mean?"
He was not hostile. Well, I talked him down from being hostile. He was gonna go get
Everything
his.
here is hostile. You don't think I
Well,
know that better than anyone?
Maybe if you actually talk to people instead of whipping them in half, you'd actually know that.
I wasn't trained to talk. I was trained to whip evil in half.
You were trained to be a fucking moron, huh?
Who are you calling a moron?
You, obviously.
Who are you?
Why is he Solid Snake?
I'm Moonbrita Wilson, an Archon of Charlie.
Otacon, there's a talking Squirtle.
Archon. Okay, come on.
Yeah, he says, "What? Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I am
what she
Worf,
said.
son
She
of
said I-
Belmont.
You're Worf, son of Belmont?
That's what I was told.
Says, "Well, that doesn't make any
Squirtle, son of Belmont.
You're Squirtle, son of Belmont? Who are you?"
I guess actually, technically, I guess I'm now Moonbrita Belmontsfun? No, wait, it's Wolfsonwin Belmontsfwin.
And the figure says, "Well, that's very curious. Because I'm Worf Belmont."